UK's threat is substantial. An attack is strong possibility. What? Who's liable for it? Who's the one pushing it out? Who's the one making sure that they wear the mask at school? Because I'm not believing it's the school. It's the council that are pushing it on the schools to do it, isn't it? So I'd like to know. Got what on me? I'm exempt. It's besides the point. I'm not on about me. I'm on about my child going to school wearing a mask, getting tested twice a week. She's got asthma problems and she's coming back with breathing difficulties. I know it's not, if I don't consent to it, but the mother consents to it. But, overall, it's the council's problem because councils are the one forcing it. I know councils down in Dorset where nobody wears masks at school because so many people have complained about it. Yeah? I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, talk to the MP, aren't you? I've spoken to the MP. The MP don't want to do nothing about it either. That's why I'm coming here, to know who's liable. So if there is a problem in the future, if the kids do get breathing difficulties and stuff like that, who's liable? And I'm so surprised that you've not got loads of parents down here having the same complaint as me. I can't believe everybody's just taking it, allowing their child to be masked up and tested twice a week. It's not good for the child's health. We all know it's not good for the child's health. It's not good for your health wearing a mask all day. But this is the children we're talking about now, so, I want to know who's liable and I want to have it out on them. Because I know that the schools are just telling me to go to a health anyway. And then next you're going to try vaccinate them, have them vaccinated, and that's the next step. Hello. That's okay. Should we just go over here and have a chat?
Absolutely. What I'm trying to find out is who to put you through to, or find out. So, it's about school, it's about masks?
Yeah, it's about masks at school and getting tested.
Then, so what is...
Oh, well, I don't agree with it, and a lot of parents don't agree with it. Yeah, I've got no choice. I'm split up with my missus, so it's up to her to consent to it. If it was up to me, I wouldn't consent to it at all. But I know a lot of people in this county are not happy with masks being worn at school and the test twice a week. We don't know what damage it's going to do to the children eventually. Right, okay. Who's liable for it at the end of it? If something does happen to that child, who's liable for it? If I go to the school, I guarantee that they turn around and say it's up to us by the ones pushing it. And I know, like, you're going to turn around and say, you're going to turn around and say, go to your MP. But I know the local MP has got no interest in our best interest.
To go there.
Sorry, what did you just say? That it's government guidelines, but the councils are enforcing it, aren't they?
No, not always. So a lot of it depends. So really, your inquiry is, why should kids wear masks and be tested twice a week?
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with it. And I'd like to join the council as well, please. I'd like some information how I can join the council and get involved.
Okay.
So I know down in Dorset, all the parents got together on Telegram, and now no schools in Dorset wear the masks because so many parents have gone against it. So I mean, why can't West Bath? And this is just the start. What about in a few months' time when they're saying the kids have to get vaccinated? And then what? I'm going to be back down here saying the same. You're going to have a lot of disgruntled parents out here saying, why would the kids need to get vaccinated?
Yeah. So it's a difficult one. Because I didn't really know what your inquiry is going to be. So it's not about actual compliance, because you're not saying that they're not doing what they should do.
So what if
I think the best thing I can do is take your name and telephone number.
I'll give you my telephone number, yeah.
Yeah. What number have you got? Or just the first name, just so I can find somebody who... Phil, that's brilliant.
I don't agree with this system. I don't agree with anything that's going on.
Right, because what I think I'll do is I'll contact Environmental Health, because they deal with some sort of compliances, but it's more about if people aren't doing something they should be doing.
Yeah, so what do you mean about that compliance? What if I'm here saying I don't comply? I don't comply.
Yeah, I know, exactly. So it's a reverse, really, isn't it?
And then they come after me to say, oh, you have to comply.
Yeah, so somebody says, oh, at such and such a school, they're not...
But it's not mandatory anyway. If the parent says they don't consent to wearing a mask or the test, they don't have to do it. It's not mandatory. So why would they send out an officer for compliance?
I've no idea, because I don't know. You obviously know a lot about it. You've looked into it in some detail, whereas I'm not.
It's my child's health at the end of the day. I'm worried for my child's health, and I'm pretty sure there's a lot of parents in Newbury worried about their child's health.
Yeah.
Do you have many people in here talking about it? They're all
I
too
can't-
scared, aren't they?
I've no idea. I don't know whether they go to the schools, and that's what I say. I don't really know where to direct this
Well,
to.
I was pretty certain that if I went to the school, they'd say it's up to West Berkshire, so that's why I
Well,
come
they
here.
probably would do, but then I don't want to just be phoning around randomly.
No,
So
yeah,
what
yeah.
I'm going to do is I'm going to do a report to our environmental health team, who deal with some compliance, etc., or may be able to direct you to where you would go to say where do you direct that sort of information. I don't want my child to wear a mask. I don't want them to be tested twice a week and so on. So that's the best I can do at this point. I suppose we've also got there's this Julian Health and Safety Advisor. I could email him as well.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I think rather than put you on the phone and have to explain everything to everybody, and they might say it's not us, it's not us. What I'll do is I'll put out an email to like him, environmental health, and say you've got this inquiry. How do you sort of move it forward? You want to sort of, get on the back of that you don't want your kids to wear masks, you don't want them to be tested twice a week. So I presume they're being told to wear masks at school, okay. Right. See, I thought it was, well, I don't know whether they thought it was mandatory
No,
or not.
it's not mandatory,
No.
but if the parent consents, then the parents consent, isn't it?
Yeah.
So how do I become a part of West Berkshire Council so I can be part of the meetings and all of this? How do I go about becoming the MP? I'll go to run for the MP,
You could do,
I will do.
So,
The same as the Green Party last
Yeah,
year, you've
yeah.
got 3 Green Parties. That's never happened
Yeah.
before, has it? So
No, and
three Green
that's
Parties.
what you'd probably want to do is, if you're interested in getting
I will
involved
be,
in the
yeah.
politics of it all, is to go to a party, and I don't know if the Green Party represent what you're talking about, and then go to them and say, look, I'm interested in being part of your group, to sort of challenge what we're being told, because as you say, this is probably going to be long term wearing masks and so on, so so that so if that's the the route you want to take, I'd definitely go to like a group that is proactive in that sort of thing. But what I'll do in the meantime is put a couple of emails out and let you know that you'd like a response and help, some guidance, how to go forward with this with your kids.
Okay. Thank you for your help.
No problem.
Thank you. Cheers. Cheers. Well, we'll have to agree to disagree on that one. Yeah, but what are they wearing the mask for? To stop things going into that, into the wound that they're treating. It's not to, stop a virus or something like that. 90% of the particles go through the mask. There's plenty of evidence to go against what the government is saying, against the government guidelines. Can I ask you a personal question? Do you think that in the future there might be problems with somebody wearing a mask or being tested? No. So you don't think there's a possibility that it could cause brain damage, especially in children? No, I don't want to hear your story, mate. I'm talking about children now. I'm not talking about adults. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do. I'm talking about the children, okay? Yeah. And now for the children. So a child's brain has to have constant oxygen going through for the microbiomes. Do you know about stuff like that? So masking a child is not going to help that developing brain, is it? You're not wasting your time with me, sir, because I'll come down the council again and I'll happily come speak to you. I'm coming to all the council meetings. I'm happily saying it. This is my views at the end of the day. We've got freedom of speech, haven't we? It's my views. I'm a concerned parent. This is winding me up every single day. I'm asking you for help. Yeah, but it's your opinion. It's same as the science stuff you're spewing. Go on then. Yes, because yeah, a surgeon is not a child. Go on. because a child's brain is a developing brain. It needs oxygen to develop, doesn't it? Wait, hold up. Everything you've said to me, how do you know until it took a couple years down the line? You get what I mean? We don't know what damage this is going to cause, do we? And we've put it straight onto the children. So the next question is, do you agree with the vaccinating children? Because it's, you know, this is going to be the next push, isn't it? Okay. Okay, we're gonna agree to disagree, but let me just tell you another story. Some schools in Dorset, all the parents got together on Telegram and they started sharing information about wearing masks. So in the end, the school kids went into school and said, "Sir, am I legally obliged to wear this mask?" The teacher has to answer, "No, you're not legally obliged." So they all took their masks off. Now all the schools in Dorset do not wear masks. You know, this is what I'm saying. Why can't we be like that? I'm coming to all the meetings and everything like that. I'm happily to come out there and speak about it. Because it's our children's future at the end of the day. You can think I'm some crazy conspiracy theorist or something like that. I'm not. I'm a concerned parent asking real questions. I don't believe what the government are saying. I don't... Okay, yep, of course. I hope you do, and I hope you research it. What, for a virus? For a virus that's got a 98% survival rate? Is that what we're talking about? Yes. No, I'm sorry, sir. In my eyes, it's all illegal what they're doing, and they will face it on the Nuremberg trials. And that's me being serious. It's pretty much treason, isn't it? You cannot do this to a... I know. Could I get your name, by the way, please? Okay. Thank you. Thank you. You know, like I say, I'm just a concerned parent, and you know, it's freedom of speech, isn't it? Yeah. Yep, I will do. Thank you for getting in contact. Bye.
Brexit, it's all pathetic.
Fuck the vaccine.
We ain't taking it, no. It's not mandatory. You better watch how you go. You'll have to come and catch me. Fuck the NWO. Fuck your vaccine. We ain't taking it, no.
Out here spreading information to the nation, people. Do not take the vaccination. If you die, your life insurance will not pay out.
Fuck the vaccine. We ain't taking it, no. It's not mandatory. You better watch how you go. You'll have to come and catch me. Fuck the NWO.
Fuck 'em.
Fuck your vaccine. We ain't taking